My name is Adam Shouse. I am a business development consultant, and I've been with Clickstop for about 7.5 years. The IMTA Leadership Forum has been around since 1993, was the first class that they've had.
Mhm.
It's probably, I would say, the association's one of their most important things that they do every year because they're invested in supporting the growth of the trucking industry in Iowa. And
Mhm.
what better way to do that, right, than to invest in the younger generation of up and coming uh, employees in the trucking industry. So over the years, several people that were in some of those first classes in the 90s have, or even 2000s, have moved into leadership roles in their companies, and then also have become more active in the IMTA as well on committees and associations. Right now, even Adrian Dickey, who is now a representative at the Capitol. I believe he's a senator. I can look that up for you, but from Dickey Transport. I mean, he was in the IMTA leadership class in the 90s, and now he, is representing his constituents at the Capitol. So there's a lot of opportunities that individuals that have gone through this class have taken and furthered their careers. The class consists of people from all types of companies in Iowa. I would say primarily it's about, I would say 3/4 of my class works in a trucking organization with physical trucks and trailers. And then there's about 25%, I'd say, in my class that are what we would call allied members that support the industry. So insurance, like what we do, trucking and transportation equipment. Been wanting to do it for a couple years because a lot of individuals that I've met through the Iowa Motor Truck Association over the years have taken part in the class, and I've never heard anything negative about their experience. It's always been, it's the best thing I've done since, I've been in trucking, is be a part of that leadership forum. They learned a lot, met a lot of great connections too, as a young professional in the industry. Building your network is key. If you have questions about anything, I feel like getting to know people from all across the industry, just as a peer-to-peer relationship, even if it's not a business relationship, is critically important. You never know when you may have a question about something, or want to stay in contact with somebody. So that's been something that I've always wanted to be a part of. And like I mentioned, I've only, in the first session already, it's by far the best thing I've done for my development in the trucking industry with the IMTA. Just getting to sit and have those discussions, and have the forum to be able to learn and network. I feel like it's going to build relationships with not just my peers, but with the IMTA that we can continue to build on, and build a stronger partnership with them too, as we've been members with them for a long time. And to have U.S. cargo control there, my goal is to have somebody else do this next year, right? I've already talked to some of my peers that I would personally nominate them to do this program, because I'd like to see us continue to be involved, because I think there's a lot of value that everybody could gain from the knowledge that you can take from these and pass it on to others within our company, and just make us stronger as a sales team, and also just as a brand too, learning about the entire uh, ins and outs of the industry. Advocacy was a big thing. That's what we talked a lot about, was being an advocate for the industry, and fighting for, the things that we believe in terms of the trucking industry and what we can do to make it better. Think about like what we do here, right? For trucking equipment. So we don't have physical trucks and trailers. So I don't, there's things that are important to them that we don't, as a business, worry about, right? So I get to hear that, and that just helps my knowledge as well. So when I hear things, in the news, or if I hear about legislation that they're fighting for at the Capitol, it's starting, like, it's not obviously perfect yet, but now some of that's starting to click, like, oh, this is why that's important. And for us as an
Mhm.
allied member, we don't have to worry about some of that because it doesn't impact our day to day. But that was a really good experience for me to hear about those things from the trucking industry, and those that work in truly the trucking side of things, that have drivers and have all these laws and regulations that they have to follow, right? It's good to get that perspective. It allows me to feel like I can better serve that industry because I know about the current events and what's going on. Hopefully this will lead to other opportunities where I can be more involved with the association via committees of some type or certain events, things like that, where we as U.S. Cargo Control can be like an allied partner and be a member of a committee. So that's my goals in the future, is just continue to get more involved, I would say, above and beyond this. So like I said, they play a vital role in the success of Iowa's trucking industry and trucking as a whole. And for us as allied members, I just think it's crucial to show our support to the trucking industry on a annual basis and get more involved.